Subscribe to the Hit That Line Podcast Network, brought to you by Breeden RV Center. Breeden RV Center, family owned and operated, a no-pressure, laid-back atmosphere, and always home of the free maintenance for life.
This is the Fish City Grill Ruskin and Zach podcast.
DQ is not here today. She is attending the homecoming tractor pull in Elkins.
And calf judging.
Goat
roping and calf judging.
That's right. So we don't have her today to keep us in line. So no one's here to keep us in line.
Yeah, there's nobody here.
And that's going to be a problem.
It's been a while since I've been in the hot box.
Yeah? How's it going in there?
Not great.
Okay.
But I'm sort of kind of feeling out the buttons again.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out how to do this again.
I about took a sledgehammer to the hot box a few short hours ago.
You were having a moment.
Well, I just don't understand so many things about things here. But
the computer is your friend.
No, it wasn't. Because it kept not recording about every fifth word I said when I was trying to work in there. But these are my problems,
you had
not
some
yours.
choice words.
Well, let's just say the plumber is going to have a story to tell. Because I am running through this building screaming, cursing. I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, Rocky he kind of like poked his head out at one point. He's like, he okay? I'm like, you just got to ride this out.
It makes no sense. Yeah. Shout out to Rocky, getting everything in tip-top shape here.
Thank goodness.
But he's got a story to tell about that crazy Ruskin running around, cursing and yelling. I didn't throw anything, though.
No, you didn't.
Which is rare.
No, you slammed your fist down.
I haven't thrown anything in a long time. I'll tell you what happened is when I was in TV, probably told this story, so get the cash register going in there. But I asked a simple question, because this is the old days where you couldn't just send a video file like down a FTP or whatever. You had to play a video. Someone on the other end had to hit record on a tape, okay? So we're getting close to 10 p.m., and I've got to send video to Little Rock, and I'm on the phone, and I'm like, are you recording? No answer. Are you recording? No answer. 9:58, 9:59. I've got a minute's worth of video to send in 30 seconds. You could see.
Tell them I can hear.
That's right, yes.
Tell them I can hear this. I can hear Fowler.
Finally, they say they're recording, and I'm like, and I lost it. And so they're counting down on the floor, 5, 4. I throw a tape. I kick a trash can across the newsroom and storm off to the back. And then the anchor has to come on and go, hi, welcome to Arkansas NBC News. And the poor kids on the floor, they're like, teenagers. They don't know anything. They're just like mouth wide open.
They're watching a grown man throw a fit.
A hissy fit, yes. Right. But I haven't thrown anything in a long time. Now, I will yell quite a bit when things don't work correctly, but I don't throw stuff anymore, more or less. So I guess that's growth. I'm not really sure. But there it is. Dustin says, DQ isn't there?
No.
Turns off radio. Oh, okay. Thanks, Dustin. Know where your allegiances lie.
Dustin,
appreciate that very much. All righty. Well, what do you think tomorrow? Let's get this out of the way here. What do you think?
It comes down to one thing for me. Are you getting good Bo or bad Bo? If Bo Nix is on and he's playing ball, then it's going to be a ball game. If you're getting the guy that throws the ball to the other team a lot, turns it over, this thing could be over by mid-second quarter.
A lot of the goodwill earned in the month of September is sort of at stake here, because no one's going to jump on the boat by you winning next week.
No.
And so this is your last chance to get, to build some goodwill for 3 weeks, because there's next week's game, which no one considers serious, the bye week, and then Mississippi State comes in here. So this is important too, because a lot of the good feeling from the month of September evaporates if you lose tomorrow. Well, it's still around, and someone puts a little more lighter fluid to the fire if you win tomorrow.
It's also a 3-game losing streak after a 4-game winning streak. I mean, you've got to break. You never like losing streaks, and you've got to break those. And it's a gettable game. I mean, you've got to be
totally
gettable game. And
Auburn's not elite or great, and you're still pretty good. Now, the Catalon thing is interesting because he is banged up. What's the let's not get sued way to say this?
Say it.
Oh, he's not. He's going to be. I would say he's very doubtful. Is that what you? Is that?
Yes, I would say that's fair.
Okay.
Doubtful, questionable.
Okay. See, questionable sounds optimistic to me.
Well,
I don't know how optimistic it is.
They're not forced to give us any sort of
correct,
any sort of information that's accurate.
Yeah.
So I think they would take that right up to game time.
Yeah. Will they have him go through? I wonder if he'll go through warm-ups, or if they'll just, when the team comes on the field, he is either in uniform or not in uniform if he's not going to play. I wonder how long we'll drag on the charade. It's pretty important too, by the way. It's not like this is some charade for the second long snapper. Like if he doesn't play, that matters. I know you have rebuffed the notion that he's the best safety in the SEC. But
no. He might be the best safety in the SEC. He ain't the best in the country.
Okay, so you don't rebuff at the best safety in the SEC.
No, I think he's kind of limited in pass coverage, but I think he's really, really good in run support.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's going to be this is going to be a very fascinating, as it always is with this team. It's just you can't not watch. It's just you don't know. But man, September seems like 5 years ago if they lose tomorrow. It really does.
Yeah. And we asked the question when this little, game streak started. Okay, what do you think you're going to do in the next, because nobody cares about UAPB. What are you going to do over the next, the next 4? And, people were saying 3-1, 2-2. You lose tomorrow, 1-3. And that's not where you want to be. You're kind of back at the starting line if you're 4-3 going into UAPB and then into the bye week. But all of your goals are still in front of you. This is a swing game. You win this, 9-3, 8-4 is possible. You lose this one, you're in a spot.
Yeah. Well, you can text us or call us with what you think about all this. We'll make fun of keys to the game later, I'm sure. Maybe a prediction or two. I don't know. 866-285-4005 is how you get in here. Obviously, a key to the game is you got to score more points than Auburn does.
Well, yes, that is the key to the benefits program is being able to score more points.
Yeah. What about the last 6? Like, what is it? They could go 4-2, and then they could go 2-4. Like it's that. That's how I feel.
If you win tomorrow, beat Auburn, you open the door to going 4-2.
Well,
you lose.
That's an 8-win season for a second-year coach,
right,
with the 10th most talented roster in the league. By the way, that's what that would be. So, yeah, tomorrow's pretty important. I'm not ready yet to buy into this notion that all of Barry Odom's tricks and tactics have been found out and they're never going to be good again on defense. I don't know if I buy into any of that just yet. I'm not sure. I guess tomorrow we'll kind of tell the tale on that. Because if Mike Bobo lights up your defense, Mike Bobo's offenses are Melba toast. They are vanilla ice cream. They are boring. They are non-dynamic. They're non-explosive. If they explode for 40 on you, there's big trouble. Big trouble.
Oh, huge trouble.
We're in a lot of trouble. As Howard Beale would say. So that's what's going on there with all of this stuff, and you can tell us what you think about it here on Ruskin and Zach today.
It comes down to Nix. If he throws it to you, you're going to win. You're going to win big, really big. If he's on his game, it could go into the second half.
Yeah, and he is just. KJ is such a better quarterback than Bo Nix. KJ doesn't put the ball in harm's way.
He also doesn't throw it very much.
Right. But he doesn't, when he does run it, he just doesn't, when he does throw it, he's not not going to miss where it's.
KJ's faced one good defense, and he wasn't good.
Well, who's going to be good against that defense, though?
Nobody.
Come on. Exactly.
No, Brady.
It's a new month. That means new seasonal and inspired chalkboard specials at Fish City Grill. Chimichurri mahi-mahi tacos, or try the Cedar Plank Salmon. They're here only for a limited time at Fish City Grill.
We are back and better than ever. All eyes are on the gridiron as teams are back on the field for another football season. As always, BetOnline is your number one spot for all the pro and college football action this season. With a new and updated site and interface, even more odds, props, and contests. BetOnline continues to be the number one source for everything football. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Don't forget to use our promo code, BLEAV, to receive your bonus. That's BLEAV. From football, basketball, boxing, right to your favorite Vegas casino games, don't wait to take advantage of all the amazing offers available in 2021. BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to bet all of your favorite sports. BetOnline, where the game starts.
PJ Fleck does not return his shopping cart to the cart corral. How dare you, sir?
Okay, so question. I can't be the only one that does this. I park purposely within a stone's throw of the cart corral so that when I am finished, I can take the cart and take it and push it across the parking lot and try and get it into the cart corral. Do you do this? You cart shop?
You mean you want to like...
No, you just like push it and you're like, and
curling?
Right, exactly. Am I the only one that does this?
Why isn't that a sport?
I don't know. It's fun.
If throwing a beanbag in a hole is a sport, then let's get someone 50 feet from a cart corral and see if they can jam the thing in there.
It's really tough, like in the world's largest retailer parking lots, because those are slanted. And you've got to play the wind and the curve,
and all the carts are out of alignment too.
Right, right. So you got to know what you're doing. You got to play the curve of the pavement, and sometimes the wind. Water will mess it up too.
That's right. Yeah, there's a lot of conditions to factor in.
I was out yesterday what made me think of this was for the first time I've been here in Arkansas for 30 years. For the first time, I went to the Supercenter in Springdale and got a cart that didn't have a problem.
Wow.
I know. I felt like I should have gone and bought a Powerball ticket.
Fresh off the truck.
Did not have no wheel wobble. Wasn't making a weird sound. It was a good day. It was a good day. Yeah. It's a good
Why
shopping
can't
experience.
they figure that out? Every cart
single one of them.
Target is perfect.
Yes.
It's perfectly aligned. It's not heavy. They're easy to pull apart at the entryway there. That's the other thing. Whenever you're pulling carts apart at Walmart, I think I'm going to lose a limb.
Well,
those things apart,
you have to pull the back door.
I know.
You have to lift that and then pull the cart.
But even then, still, yeah. I'm a little nervous that the
and then there's
aluminum.
There's always that one person just staring at you as you're trying to get your cart out. I don't like them.
Yeah. Seriously though, why aren't there shopping cart sports? Like we do all this other dumb stuff. Like why can't we do this?
What about now
guys would be buying their own cart, like polishing it up.
I don't know if they still do this, but in Fayetteville they used to have the bed races.
Yeah.
Why can't we do that with shopping carts? Start up by the drugstore, go all the way down in a shopping cart.
That's right.
Make it like the Pine Box Derby.
That's right.
Get your
I like
helmet.
your idea of a corral. It's like curling.
Yes.
Have people that can kind of alter the pavement to try and steer it.
Mm-hmm. Kid and I we were kart shooting the other day, and I got one, and you would have thought we won the Super Bowl. I mean, she and I are high-fiving. And it was starting to rain, and I'm like, I don't want to leave this moment. I have done this from 50 feet. I got a cart in the corral from 50 feet.
Yeah,
And then you got the one woman out there who doesn't think it's funny, Karen.
Yeah, of course, Karen doesn't think anything's funny ever.
Yeah, that's the other thing is you don't do it if there are cars around the corral. So I always park in the by the last corral because you don't want to door ding somebody's car.
Of course not. That would be rude.
Right? No, I'm not a rude person.
That's right. No, that would be. We need some shopping cart sports. I think it would be like bowling. Like you'd have your own ball, and shoes and everything. Yeah. People can bring their own cart and soup it up.
Oh yeah.
People get into it.
People with cans of WD-40 greasing them up.
Yeah. Well, you ever watch that women's curling when they start yelling out instructions? Wild stuff.
I usually watch it for the curling. But yeah. Okay.
Well, I mean, wild stuff.
I love curling. They still doing Saturday night curling on what is it, NBC?
I don't think so. Sports? I think NBC Sports Network's going out of business.
Are they going back to being the Outdoor Life Network?
I hope so, yeah.
Okay.
More hunting and fishing, please. No.
You know what? There are people that complain about how boring baseball is, yet you all sit there and watch those fishing shows. Mm-hmm. There's nothing on this planet
more
boring
I don't think a lot of
fishing.
people watch those fishing shows. Somebody does.
Who's the guy with the T on his hat? The Bill Dance?
Yeah, Bill Dance.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, I know people that would
Tennessee, yeah.
I know people that would sit and watch that thing. It's like, really? You think baseball's boring?
Does PJ Fleck make all plant-based meatloaf?
Okay. Here's a text out of the 479 on your shopping cart sports. Leaving your kid in the cart can add extra weight if there's a strong headwind. That is an outstanding point. That's a veteran.
Yeah.
Somebody who's clearly done this before.
I'm just amazed in a country where it is totally acceptable and it's on television to throw a beanbag in a hole from 10 paces. We're not doing anything with shopping carts in the corral.
First person to lower the shopping cart is out.
It's a miss.
We're not lowering them.
No. Oh, you got to pass inspection like NASCAR.
Right. We're not putting wings on these things.
We're going to
now.
put the little ruler under there, and if you've got too much wind resistance, you're out.
These have to be regulation shopping carts. We're not the Target ones don't count.
Like stock car racing.
The ones the half ones at Harps, no.
Everything's got to be the same.
Right. It's got to be the.
Well, you could have divisions. You could have the half cart division.
Yeah,
and
you could
full
have the Target cart division. Sure.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Right.
Plastic carts versus metal carts.
Right.
Yeah.
But then it delves into let's put grandma on a chair and push her into the cart corral, and you don't know how.
Well, that's not what we're doing here. We're just shoving shopping carts around.
PJ Fleck drinks the last bit of milk and then puts the carton back in the fridge. Is it acceptable to drink like out of the carton or the whatever in your own home?
No.
But like I'm the only one that lives there.
Okay, maybe for you.
Because my kid was like, Dad, that's gross. And I'm like, no, I live here. I paid for this. You didn't. Shut up.
Oh. PJ Fleck gets on the elevator before letting people get off.
Yeah, first one in called shotgun corner seat.
PJ Fleck smells like Brute 33 and Ben Gay.
Nah, he smells like that aftershave that was in the boot, the glass boot with the little metal top. Everybody's dad had it in the 70s.
Stetson?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Aqua Velva.
That's right, yeah. High karate.
Aqua Velva, that's Aquaman's cousin.
Yeah. Well, I don't know why we don't have shopping cart sports. It seems like a missed opportunity there. Maybe we'll start them.
SEC.
That's right, yeah. More people would watch that than go to a cross-country meet, for crying out loud. I mean, come on. Get a crowd going, get some beers in people. You could have them at football tailgates before the game. So give people something else to do in the parking lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, could you imagine some like in the pit? The pit's got that. The pit's got the tilt to it.
Yeah, well. Yeah.
Oh, you could have a blast in there and go shopping cart bowling.
You got to play the. Now, is the new pit that bad?
Yeah. It's still got the. I mean, it's got a
slope
dip in it. Yeah.
Well. Yeah.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Boy, the old pit with those parking. Every space was a compact space in the old pit.
Yeah.
It's remarkable.
People driving Escalades taking up 3 spots.
That's right. And the row. You're driving down the road to find a space. You think you're just gonna like clip every single car because it's just so narrow.
It is,
which is weird because cars used to be bigger in like the 60s and 70s. Like, I mean, some of these Cadillac or whatever, these Fords and Chevys were huge.
Why, as you get older, does your car get bigger? Have you noticed this?
Well, it's more buffer between the outside and you, right?
Like, my dad's 73. He's driving an F-150, brand new. I'm like, Dad, you should be like. Decrease. You don't have anything to carry around. I don't understand. Old people getting big cars.
That's right. Yeah, what are they moving around?
Each other? I don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Here's a text out of 479. Harps on Crossover has good carts. Yeah, but they're the half carts.
Do they have half and full there?
Now, for like moms, if you want to put your baby in there in the leg strap and then tie him in and we'll push, I'm for that.
Do we have any grocery store managers listening right now? How much does a shopping cart run you? It must be a lot because these things are replaced like once every 40 years. So you would think that. What about the old shopping carts where it was just like a box, like up high?
Oh my!
You know
goodness.
what I'm talking about? What?
Here's one for $740.
Is that new?
Yeah.
What? Okay.
Uline. Who's the number one?
Who makes the best shopping cart? Yeah. It's got to be the best, right?
Right. Only.
How do the roadside entrepreneurs come upon these things? They
they're
swipe
just
them?
they're
Tyking. That's all you can.
Here's $207. Oh, here's a full-size shopping cart for $185. That's the Ford Festiva
Oh, I see. Yeah.
of shopping carts.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
How
good.
did we get here?
Something with PJ Fleck, probably. I don't know. And then
All
you
right.
were talking about shooting shopping carts into the corral from across
Yes,
the parking
okay.
lot.
All right, just wondering.
No.
Here's somebody who I'm going to go with them being an expert. They say $200 to $300.
Okay.
All right, that sounds about right.
No wonder they're replaced once every 40 years, and it's a big ticket item right there.
David in Bentonville would like sports, please.
Sports go sports.
Maybe.
We did 30 minutes, 36 minutes actually.
Yeah, you missed the party, David. Sorry.
Jason and Etna confused. He's got us confused with somebody else. He's texting Ozark and Mina. Who you got?
Nah, that's right.
He'll hang up and listen.
That's right. Thank you so much. My father told me today, he's like, at one time people considered that great sports radio. I'm like, Dad, people still consider that great sports radio in this state. I mean, we got a lot of people that, that are showering outdoors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean, come on now.
Thoughts on the Drew Central Woodlawn game? I'll hang up and listen.
Well, there's still people that consider that great.
Absolutely.
That's the we're a public utility crowd.
Yes,
they don't want to
yes.
be entertained. It's just,
No, that's where they feel like they have the right.
let me hand you the water bill and that's it.
Do you want to do it? I mean,
What?
The give me the hogs? Chuck
Yeah, we'll
thing?
let's
Okay.
just grab them and put them on. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not like
All
anybody.
right, so here's how this is going to work.
Yeah.
866-285-4005. You're going to hear my voice for about 6 seconds,
Yeah.
and I'm just going to put you on hold, and we're going to move on, and I'm just going to put 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the little phone thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we got to hear from Patricia, but last, no one wants to follow her,
Right.
so she will.
Okay, so I actually have to screen this?
she's got the hammer. Okay.
All right. This is what we're looking for.
Give me the hogs, Chuck.
Not from the guys. Give me the hogs! That's what we're looking for from the dudes. Now, the girls,
right.
Give me the hog, Chuck.
that's Jewel. She doesn't
That's
call anymore.
Jewel. No, she's
Wasn't she on her way to a baseball game with her husband?
yes.
And
I tried to talk to her and it went
and
horribly
it was,
wrong.
God, that was uncomfortable.
Story of my life.
Oh,
man. Talking to
man.
girls. Not a good
that
idea.
That was rough.
And if no one calls, we'll just assume you all think Arkansas will lose, and we're the only real fans out there.
Give me
so,
the hogs, Chuck.
so that's what we'll do. All right?
Yeah, we got to break the spell here. I mean,
Yeah.
3-game losing streak.
Bob's in trouble.
Yeah, but yeah,
Give me the Hogs.
we may
Chuck's in
retire
trouble.
Bob for a little till basketball season.
Yeah. Well, we know they're going to win. I mean, how can they not win with what Musselman's put together over there? Come on. Neighbors, too. Yeah. We may have to do that. This is a swing game for Bob. You can't play it next week. I mean,
Clearly
come on.
not
It's an
Bob's first swing.
exhibition. No. Bob got around back in the day. All right. All right, let's get this party started. It's Give Me the Hogs Chuck Friday here on Ruskin and Zach. We have passed the labor on to you here in the final half hour of the 4 o'clock hour on this Friday. After days and days of just
There you
just riveting entertainment. This is your turn to shine, all right? And we're going to start with Reed. Hi, Reed. All right.
go. I don't think that was Reed.
Sounded like Reed is a young child. of some
When
kind.
Reed picked up the phone, Reed's voice was much deeper.
Okay, so he put the kid on to
Right.
do it.
I'm
like
good with that.
That's
I'm
cool.
good with
Yeah,
that.
that's fine.
Farming out the labor.
Yeah. All right. Ruskin and Zach, hello.
Jeremiah in Cedarville saying, "Give me the hogs, Charles."
Okay, there you go.
I like that one.
That's very good. Okay, Ruskin and Zach, hello. You got to listen on the phone. We'll try again in a minute. All right, we'll put you back on hold. Ruskin and Zach, hello.
Yeah, this is Dean in Springdale. Give me the hogs, Chuck.
Dean, there it is. All right, people are catching on. This is great.
So dumb.
This is very exciting. Ruskin and Zach, hello.
Hello?
Yes,
Hey, this is Razorback John. Are you ready?
Yep.
we're ready.
I say, Charles, old boy, could you possibly give me the Razorbacks, please?
I feel like you should have asked for some Grey Poupon.
That's right.
Pardon me, Charles.
What's that third one?
I don't know. They had their radio up, so we're going to try it again.
All right.
All right. Ruskin and Zach, hello.
Charles, what's that third one?
Still got the radio up.
Come on, man.
That's twice.
Turn your radio down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He just heard it. Try it again. Last try.
Okay. Ruskin and Zach, hello.
Is this me?
It's you.
Give me the hog!
All right. Got in.
Man, that was
Third try.
That was like a struggle cuddle. Man,
That was fun.
a lot of work.
All right.
A lot of work.
Very good, everybody.
Guys,
Thank you.
stop texting it in. It doesn't work. Why do we have to explain
You can't
this
even
every week?
voice to text it in. We don't have a way to
Guys.
play audio on this thing. It's got to be an old-fashioned phone call. I know. It's harkening back to a bygone era of radio where you actually had to call to get on the air. I know it's old school, but that's the way we have to do this one. We ask you one segment a week to call. I don't think that's too much to ask, is it? I mean, the other show is relying on your phone calls. They got nothing over there on Cottonwood
We don't
Lane.
want to talk to you, but when we ask, all we ask is it just.
They got nothing over there on the other dial in the afternoon. They need your calls. We ask once a week. That's all we ask.
That's all we ask, and to do it right, just to follow simple instructions. That's all we're asking.
Ruskin and Zach, hello.
Yeah, this is Paul from Fort Smith.
Oh,
All right, Paul.
Yeah. Give me the hogs, Chuck. Fuck them.
Okay. Thank you, Paul? Paul. Yeah, that's right.
All right.
Paul, all right. There you go. Got it. All right.
So dumb.
It's filling time,
You know
baby.
what?
Filling time.
Work with me here.
I like it.
I think we should maybe do this as a segment tomorrow.
Okay.
Late.
Is anybody awake?
There will be when we're done.
So we'll have all of our old stuff. We'll have Bob tomorrow at 6 a.m. on the pregame show. We'll have Give Me the Hogs, Chuck.
All right.
Yeah, why not?
Patricia has gotten the bat signal, so she'll be batting cleanup here in a minute.
Okay.
And so will you. Hold on.
Fritz. Oh, well. We have to end with Patricia. She's the best one, and no one has the ability or the courage to follow her. So she has to be last. That's just the way it is. Batting, she's got the anchor leg of this thing.
And for
You
a
know?
guy that just sweared during his Give Me the Hogs, Chuck, that's why we screen these things. That's awesome.
All right.
That'd have been the second time.
Ruskin and Zach, hello.
Hey, how we doing?
What's going on, Patricia?
Oh, you don't want to know.
Okay.
Okay, so you ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
What I got for you tonight? Oh, Chuck, what are you worried about? Auburn's just Alabama's B team. Now come here and give me those hogs, Chuck.
Patricia, everybody.
And we're done. We're done. We're done. That's it.
Wow. And we're joined, as usual, by Darby Bybee, 4029, chief meteorologist here on Ruskin and Zach Show. That's right. And quickly, before he dozes off again, we're going to talk with Darby. Good afternoon, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
We're doing good. Let's start with the severe weather that you were up covering most of the night before we get to and we will get to the game day forecast in a timely
We'll actually
manner
remember this week,
Yeah,
yes.
we won't forget this time. So, what's the latest as it stands now with what happened overnight here? Any serious damage or anything?
Not that we know of. It was a storm that kind of moved through southeastern Washington County into southern Madison County. It had a bit of rotation with it and prompted a tornado warning. So we're covering that this morning. Had some other storms kind of move through. We've still got some storms, as we've gone into the afternoon that have potential to maybe still spin up a little bit, or at least produce some gustier winds, maybe a little bit of hail. So it remains kind of a situation for central Arkansas, east Arkansas to kind of be watching throughout the day, but starting to move east.
So let's start with let's do this chronologically. There's high school football tonight. Do we have anything to worry about in the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas?
No, but, I tell you, it's going to be chilly. Look, this will probably be the coolest night we've seen for high school football so far this year. We're looking at temperatures by the end of these games in Northwest Arkansas, probably in the upper 40s and low 50s.
Ooh.
Yeah, and with a little bit of a breeze. Skies will be clearing out, which will be nice. But it will be chilly, and then waking up tomorrow, and then the River Valley in the 50s by the end of these games, even by the beginning of a little bit of a breeze. But as we go into tomorrow morning, there'll be parts of West Arkansas and Northwest Arkansas that see lows tonight in the upper 30s to around 40, which means waking up tomorrow morning, if you're going tailgating at that game, bring a jacket. Bring a jacket. Bring some clothes to stay warm if you're going to be out there early.
Bring the fireball.
Yeah, exactly.
To keep you warm.
Oh,
So, hey, Darby, when you used to go to Stir, did you ever use hey, it's going to be in the upper 30s tomorrow as like a pickup line?
No, I usually said things like, I got a warm front for you. Or, I don't know. None of it, I can tell you guys right now, none of it worked.
Well,
I'm not a particularly suave person as it is. You throw a creepy line like that at us. It doesn't usually go over that.
No.
I got a warm front for you.
Even then, it was a different time then. It still doesn't even doesn't work
translate
very well. Yeah.
So what's it going to be like?
I don't know if I ever actually use that, but I do. Like, I'll say it to my wife sometimes, and she gets a kick out of it. So now it's kind of a funny thing. So,
It's funny, Darby, in divorce proceedings, those kinds of things come up.
sometimes, but you got to be yourself.
Right.
Right.
What's the temperature at kickoff?
So we're looking at temperatures tomorrow morning at 11 a.m., likely still in the 50s.
Right.
And
crisp.
It's funny. You think back to the games that we've had this year. We had one of the hottest games on record, earlier this year, and the hottest game we ever played against Texas, at least at home. And now we're looking at temperatures that kick off in the 50s. So it'll be a different experience if you're going that game. The wind shouldn't be all that strong. We're going to have a ton of sunshine. It's going to be a beautiful day. For the players, it's going to be perfect, I would think, because it's cooler, and that helps. Now, for the fans, just sitting there watching the game is probably a little bit more difficult, but there'll be plenty of sunshine. By the end of that game, it's going to be in the 60s.
All right.
And it always warms up a little bit more, it seems like, in Razorback Stadium. So I think it'll be pretty nice. I think a lot of people are going to be just I don't know if there is more perfect football weather, but this is certainly up there.
And because it's at 11 a.m., you're not going to get those weird shadows on the field. It'll be all sunshine on the field for the whole game. So there's another thing that's going on there. All right, so pretty perfect football weather tonight and tomorrow for everybody. So exciting stuff there. Now, Zach has told me, Darby Bybee, 4029 chief meteorologist, is with us here on Ruskin and Zach. He's got weather questions that he has researched.
I did some research today, and I've got actual weather questions.
Oh, well, no, that would be a change of pace. Okay.
Well, before you say that, hang on. So I heard today that a cumulus cloud can actually weigh up to 1.1 million pounds. Is that right?
I have no idea.
All right. What's your favorite cloud, Darby? Type of cloud?
The cumulonimbus really is. I mean, it's, growing up, I was obsessed with storms, and through high school, through college, after college, for a long time, I did a lot of storm chasing, and the mesocyclone, which is basically the driving engine of any supercell thunderstorm, and if you can imagine what looks like a spaceship just floating around in the sky.
Are those the ones like you tweet out the pictures of those and it looks like we're being invaded?
Yes, looks like the world's about to.
But and I've got friends who have their own favorite clouds. My buddy Rory, his favorite cloud are the Mammatus. That is his favorite cloud, the Mattis.
Darby, we're going to get you some friends. We're going to get you some friends. It's going to
Well, now, hold on. I mean, so the Mattis clouds are produced from thunderstorms, very turbulent atmosphere. Usually you need a lot of upward motion to create this kind of structure. But you'll see them, and they look like little U-shaped clouds along the underbelly of an anvil cloud. And they can take on pretty incredible shapes. Of course, Mattis being named after memories, right? And so they do look like breasts hanging from the sky.
Okay. Well, that would maybe Rory is the guy we need to be talking to.
You know what?
Now.
You know what, Darby? I want to retract my statement. I want to hang out with you and Rory.
Is that true?
Rory's a cool guy. He's a cool guy.
Mattis comes from mammary. That's true?
Well, I'm pretty sure. I guess I can look it up. Yeah.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine a bunch of meteorologists sitting around, just like, oh, there's some Mattis clouds.
You know, I took Latin in high school, and I'm sure it's a derivative of something like that. But yeah, that's basically why.
Hey, hold on, let's explore this for a second. You took Latin in high school. Why? It's a dead language.
Yeah, look, it was the worst decision of my life.
Okay.
Maybe not the worst, but it's up there. That being said, I did. You know, I learned. I feel like maybe I can. If there's a word I don't know, I can maybe kind of figure out what it means. Latin can help you with that, and I don't want to hate on it too much, but I will say that taking something like Spanish would be quite a bit more useful.
You think?
I would have thought the worst decision of your life would have been the first to come on this show, Darby.
But it's good to know we're a solid 2.
But when you look up a Mattis cloud on Wikipedia, and you know Wikipedia, but generally accurate enough, the Mattis clouds meaning mammary cloud, cellular package.
That's right. It does say that. Yeah.
Okay.
I can verify.
All right. Hey, guess what? I got a new favorite cloud.
That's right. That's right.
All right. Thanks, Darby.
Well, and the cool thing about these clouds is, especially a lot of times they form with really strong storms. Well, most storms, the more intense ones usually anyway, will occur in the afternoon and the evening. And so you can get these Mattis clouds, these structures that are incredible. I mean, just mind-blowing, incredible, almost like it couldn't even occur within the world in which we live. Because the sun starts to kind of reflect off of it near, as the sun kind of drops near the horizon, and you get these incredible structures. And if you combine that with maybe if you get to see like a really incredible supercell thunderstorm, like a true, we call them mothership, mesocyclone, structured thunderstorms, and a lot of storm chasers, a lot of them are just going out to see a tornado, and all right, those are the yahoos. But the true chasers are the ones that understand that the structure within these storms is actually, and really what you should be doing is you're trying to report if you see a tornado, whatever, and that's what what your real purpose should be when you're chasing. But in terms of the passion with it, if your passion isn't centered around the structure and about what you can see and about what you can learn, then you're probably not in it for the right reasons. But look it up on the web. You'll kind of understand what I'm talking about. But that in combination of an incredible supercell thunderstorm can be just beautiful.
So there really are people like Jonas who are in it for the money, not the science, like in Twister?
I don't. Anybody who gets into storm chasing for the money is probably not a very wise person.
Well, Jonas got himself a bunch of corporate sponsors.
Yeah. Well, then he also got killed.
Right.
That's right. Yes, he did.
Sucked up into a storm.
Spoiler.
Right. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to spoil that
he
movie.
also got sucked up in the tornado and thrown 1,000 yards.
That's right.
Never heard of him yet. So
Did you take a date to Twister? That seems like your kind of movie.
That's a date night.
Perfect Storm. Which is your favorite weather movie?
Well, I don't know if you can consider Groundhog Day a weather movie, but
It's got a weatherman in it.
Connors.
Yeah, it's got Phil Connors in it. Huh?
And that's probably my. I love Twister. I mean, it's absurd. The whole thing is complete nonsense. But it is fun, and it is fun to watch, like in late March, right before you start to see the spring severe weather season really get
Pre-gaming
going.
is what you're doing.
Exactly.
You're pre-gaming.
Like,
Okay.
a lot of people watch Christmas movies leading up to Christmas, and I do that too. I love doing that, but I do like to watch Twister at the beginning of severe weather season. It just, I don't know, there's something about it, and I know a lot of people actually do that too, because there's a lot of people, not just meteorologists, just people in general love storms.
My wife loves that movie.
Pre-newscast, just a regular 5, 6, and 10. What's on your headset? What are you bumping?
Oh no, I'm basically focused to the point where you can't even talk to me. You can't even talk to me, really. I can't.
Me too.
Yeah.
And I'm working right up to the start of the newscast every day usually, because there's always, the weather's obviously changing. There's, something going. So I'm usually working right up to the newscast, and I don't get to listen to. I do try to listen to you guys.
Oh.
God,
I know. We are amazed where you will respond to something in the middle of your newscast that we're talking about. It's like, isn't the news on right now?
Usually that's because maybe it's a random day off, and so I'm listening to you guys a lot on those days off. And so if you hear from me, it's almost certainly because if I'm getting ready for the news, I mean it's
laser
I'm not
focus.
really. I don't have time for pretty much anything.
So for people driving up, how's the foliage on 49? Is it going to be any good, or are we a week or two away, or what?
Well, I tell you, it's in the higher elevation. We do have quite a bit of color change that's already started to unfold, and part of that has been really dry. You look up on Kavanaugh Hill in East Oklahoma, about 2,300 feet, and up there, I mean, the colors are just booming. But it's been particularly dry there. Then you look at about the same elevation in the Ozarks, near I-49, and the colors haven't come along as quickly because there's been just a little bit more rain there, but it's still been dry. And the rain that we just got, honestly, probably doesn't necessarily accelerate that color change. But what will is the next several mornings, we're going to see lows dropping in northwest Arkansas in the upper 30s and low 40s, highs in the 60s and 70s, and that kind of repeated cool night, mild afternoon with sunshine, that kind of continues in at least parts of next week. I do think by next weekend, we'll start seeing a lot more color across the area. And I can't remember, I'm looking it up right now, but in terms of the home game that we have, what do we have?
Next week they're in Little Rock playing UAPB.
Okay, they're in Little Rock. All right. And then when's the next game?
3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Mississippi State's here, yeah. Early November. Yeah.
6th. Yeah. Okay, so they skipped that Halloween weekend, bye week, I guess. But by then, usually by November, the peak in Fayetteville is usually between Halloween and about November 10th.
Okay.
And I expect this year probably be the same, though by November 6th there are fewer leaves on the trees. There certainly is a lot of color. So I think that could be a very pretty drive. Though, again, at the higher elevations, they see that peak earlier, leaves start falling off. But that could be a pretty good one. That could be a pretty good one. This weekend, you'll see some oranges, some yellows, and a little bit of that, but it'll probably be better for that Mississippi State game.
I've always wondered, what do you think of guys like Al Roker? Is he a meteorologist, or is he just famous for being on TV?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know much about his background.
Well, I mean, you're in the trenches every day, and he's, does what he does. I mean, do you guys look at him and laugh?
Maybe a little bitter. I probably look at him and think, why not decide that job? You know. But I also, the part of the thing is, for me, I love active weather. So I couldn't really live and work in a place where you don't have all the seasons. I couldn't do that. I mean, honestly, I just couldn't do that. So I do love, having that here. We certainly have plenty of that, but I do envy a little bit, those folks who get paid, millions of dollars and don't have to wake up at 3:30 in the morning to rush into work. I certainly get that, but at the same time, I couldn't trade this for just about anything, because as hard as that is, it's still what I think about. It's what I, breathe. It's, it's who I am. So
But they do send him to like all the hurricanes and stuff, though.
Yeah, they do, and that would be cool. I've never actually been in a hurricane.
It's not that much fun. It really isn't. I've been through one. It's not that much fun.
Well, maybe not for you.
Hugo, 89, wasn't fun.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
No.
Now, what category? See, I'm thinking like a category 1.
It was easy. It was an easy 3, maybe a 4.
Well, they retired Hugo, so it was a big one.
It was a big old storm.
I don't want any of that either. I'm talking about a weak hurricane. Just something so you can experience it and kind of understand what it's like. That kind of thing. Anything above a 2. No, that's not. No, definitely not. And even a 2 is probably, especially if you get hit by the eye, would be a dangerous and probably scary situation to be in. But yeah, no, I can see that. But if you're going into it, you find a very sturdy structure, and you're reporting for a news station or for the Weather Channel or wherever it may be, they'll set you up pretty well. They've got a lot of experience with that. So if I was with an outfit like that, I'd feel pretty safe more than likely, and I'd still be able to experience. But anyway, that would be pretty cool. I know you say it's scary, but I'd go for it.
It was a Cat 4 at landfall with 135 mile an hour winds.
That seems about right.
I don't want that. I don't need that. But a weak hurricane, strong tropical storm that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
So I was doing some reading today, and they're tearing apart everything that we learned as kids. It took Pluto away from us. It's no longer a planet, but there are more.
I thought they brought it back, didn't they?
Well, it's like it bounces in and bounces
in and out. Yeah.
It's like being on the bubble in the NCAA tournament. 1 week it's in, 1 week it's out. But I read today that there's more than 4 seasons. There's not just spring, autumn, winter, and summer. Monsoon, I understand. What is pre-vernal?
It's pre-spring, right?
Yeah, it's vernal equinox, I'm guessing. So
that's a season?
I mean, look, no, there are just 4 seasons. Anything beyond that, like, you'll see the memes on social media and Twitter and Facebook. You've got fake fall, and then you've got real fall, and you've got teaser spring, and then you've got winter's back. I mean, all that's nonsense. Obviously, those aren't real seasons. It's just 4 seasons, and look, I mean, you guys know as well as I do, half the winter around here is really just a really long fall. Highs in the 50s and 60s, sunshine.
Like that.
It's really at night, but a lot of times it's just beautiful. A lot of beautiful weather, and then you get the cold days in between. But if you want to, the seasons are the seasons. We're lucky to have all 4. I think.
All right.
Hey, it rains diamonds on Saturn and Jupiter. Did I read that right?
I think that's true. I think so.
I don't know anything about that. Rain. Say that again?
Rains diamonds on Jupiter and Saturn.
Darby's trying to figure out our atmosphere. He doesn't have time to figure out other atmospheres right now. You know what I mean?
Fine.
I see maybe carbon composite or dust or something.
Something like that.
Yeah, maybe something like that. I don't know. I think I've heard something like that before, but I don't know.
Darby Bybee, get ready weather, 40-29, weeknights, 5, 6, 9, and 10. Thank you, sir, as always, for coming in here and risking your career on our show. We appreciate it.
Well, one of these days I'm going to regret it, but for now, I'm having a pretty good.
Okay, good. Darby Bybee
Thanks,
with
Darby.
us here on Ruskin and Zach.
This podcast has been presented by Bet Online.